everyone. Thanks for joining us on Twin States News. I'm Nicole Menner. The New Orleans Pelicans wrapped up their summer league today as they took on the New York Knicks in a consolation game. So let's head out to Vegas for the highlights. Cheick Diallo and rookie shooting guard Trevon Bluiett sitting to give some other players like Garland Green some time on the court. The younger bro of the Rockets, Gerald Green, a fadeaway there, and the Pels were up. And they were up by 3 at the half. It was a close game, but the Knicks would pull away after that. They would go on to win it 102-83. Green finished with a team-high 23 points. Now, in the midst of NBA Summer League play, the New Orleans Pelicans also busy signing free agents to bolster their roster that recently lost Rajon Rondo and DeMarcus Cousins. And two of those replacements, Elfrid Payton and Julius Randle, were officially introduced to NOLA today.
Everybody was really excited about the opportunity of me being able to come here. So that was part of it. And once that started to happen, I actually reached out to AD just to kind of get his advice on how he felt and how he liked it out here. And he told me, and then he had called me like 3 times in a row after to pretty much get the job done. But just talking to my family, talking to Dell and the coaches and stuff, man, it just felt like a natural fit for me.
After an accident-ridden race last weekend at Daytona, the NASCAR Cup Series will roll onto the Kentucky Speedway for the Quaker State 400 tomorrow night. Now, with the chaos of restrictor plate racing behind them and a much tamer 1.5-mile track, here's what multiple-time Kentucky winner Kyle Busch had to say about racing there.
It's so much different here, Turn 3, than any other mile and a half we go to. Normally, other places you get to, and you start picking up a little bit of banking before you get into the corner, and here it's so flat all the way down in there before you pick up the banking that it just has its own characteristics and its own challenges that are tough to deal with. And I think how you can withstand some of the characteristics that it gives you within your race car, and you kind of either focusing on it and making your car better there will kind of hurt you in other places where you kind of have to take the good with the bad all the way around this place.
It was the men's semifinal match at Wimbledon today and definitely played out to be a day that we didn't expect. John Isner and Kevin Anderson would match up first, and fans were in for much more than they bargained for. The match would take 6 hours and 36 minutes to determine a winner. Serving double match point in the 6th set, Anderson had a 25-24 game lead and would defeat Isner to advance to the finals. Next up was Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal, who had to wait patiently for their turn on the court. Third set would head to a tiebreaker, and the Joker would win it to take a 2-1 lead. Before the match would be suspended due to the late time, so it will now resume tomorrow morning. Now, Serena Williams may be the number 25 seed at Wimbledon, but that number definitely not looking accurate for the 7-time champion. Williams' seeding is a result of leaving the tour for a year while she had a baby, but she's back and playing like she never left. She was in the far court against Julia Gerges yesterday on match point. Serena won in straight sets to advance to her 30th major final. The 36-year-old will face Angelique Kerber in the championship Saturday morning as she aims for her 24th Grand Slam singles title, which would match Margaret Court's all-time record. So it should be a very busy and exciting day at Wimbledon.